We need to talk, guys. Actually, it's not that big of a deal. We don't need to talk. But I want to discuss the craze, the Labubu craze that's been going on lately. What is a Labubu? Labubus are blind box toys. What is a blind box toy? It's gambling. I am so glad I am not a kid nowadays because nowadays toys are like you have to gamble for what you want. I don't understand. It's like they're trying to mold little tiny baby gamblers. And just in case someone lives under a rock, I'm going to try to explain what a blind box is. So, a blind box toy is, let's say you want a Spider-Man toy. So, you go and you buy your blind box, but there could be 10 other characters in there. But you want Spider-Man, but it's a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get because it's a surprise. Isn't that fun? It's a mystery. And then you open it up and then you get Iron Man. And now you're upset because you just wasted $15 and what are you going to waste another $15 to try to get Spider-Man? But yeah, I don't like gambling. Like, it's not fun to lose money. So already Labubu is one of those toys that promote gambling. I don't know how much Labubus are. I think they're anywhere from like $15 to $30, I believe. But now you could get them like on eBay. They're being sold for like tens of thousands of dollars. And of course, these Labubus come in all varieties of colors. So people want to make sure they get the color they want. And I guess you can buy them in like a big grouping of six, like six different boxes. And if you buy them all, it's like well over $100. But it assures that you get the color you want, which is already leading to overconsumption. But these people don't care. I'm sure they weren't going to buy one to begin with. I think they're meaning to collect these. I'm sorry. I'm going to slow down. If you've never heard of what a Labubu is, don't worry. I'm going to explain. We're going to get to that. We're going to explain what a Labubu is. But if you're a little confused on why I said people and not children and not kids, this is one of those weird fandoms where it's like the Stanley Cup craze. It's usually like the middle age white liberal women, frumpy women kind of like grabbed a hold of this trend. It's one of those trends. You know the type, the overconsumptions, the one that live at Target that like to complain about capitalism because they don't know how to manage their money. Those women. I just realized we have so much to get into. Let's first talk about how Labubu came to be. It's been trendy for the last year or two, but it has been picking up traction a lot in the last couple months. Especially ever since the Basic Bee saw Lisa, the girl from White Lotus. I think she's also a singer in the band Blackpink. When she was spotted, I guess she posted a picture of her with her Labubu. When were Labubus created? And where can you buy them? Okay, so let's get into the history of Labubu. So Labubu, you can purchase them at the mall at a store called Pop Mart. I think they also have little like vending machines all over the place. But originally, when the man who owns Pop Marks first opened, he learned he found a lot of success with his blind box toy. Then the owner thought it would be a good idea, which it was, to commission a bunch of artists to create their own characters, making their own blind boxes. The Labubus being one from this story called Monsters. And I guess they're like a Nordic folklore, like mythical creatures. While doing some research, I saw that one of the artists created these one little characters that are so cute. They're called skull pandas. I'll put like a bunch of them up on the screen. I'm not gonna buy them. Let's stick to the story. We're talking about Labubus. So ever since Lisa and they got super popular recently, Pop Mart decided that they were going to add like a little keychain to them because like people think it's cutesy if you like hang them from your purse. But like, I'm sorry, girl, you know how big those are? They're not little. These aren't little. They're not little cute. You know how girls like hangs? I'll show you what my purse looks like. Hold on, let me go get my purse. Oh yeah, I have a little purse because I'm a little person and I have this tiny ass little strawberry. Let me show you something else. I had something. I've never bought one of these before, but I bought these this past March. These bath and body things to put your little soap in. And I thought this was huge for my purse. I think the things are like this big. I think the Labubus are huge, and they have a bunch of them hanging from your purse. Like, do you want to be kidnapped? Do you want to be trafficked? Let me show what you guys look like. We're making it easy for kidnappers. Like, if you just have so much on you to where they can pull anything and just grab you and take you, like, you got to think smarter. I forgot to mention that these Labubus are also getting stolen off of people's purses, and I don't really care about them being taken. I'm worried about people being taken. Well, it's probably not the little cutesy girls putting it on their purse. Remember, these are like mid-sized women that already had a few kids. They're already like, they have a lot of Starbucks and they have a lot of Dutch Bros.
I have an excellent idea. Let's change the subject.
Now, this is so besides the point, but have you guys seen that show, The Secret Lives, Mormon Wives? I don't know what it's called, but that show on Hulu. Well, I think that the Labubus kind of look like the main chick, like that one. I don't know her name. The main girl. I'll put a picture. And I don't know. I think it's because she might darken her eyebrows too much in the front, where she always looks like she's mad, but she's always smiling with her big smile on her TikToks. She looks like them in the best way. I'm just confused why people like Labubus. My thinking is I'm starting to think that people think they're like cutesy, like they're very quiet. I think these people think they're like so Japanese. I think they think they're Japanese toys. I think these people think it was manufactured in Japan ethically and like with good quality. Just how many times do I have to tell liberals you're buying crap from China again? Like your Lululemon, like your Stanley cups that cost pennies to make because it's slave labor, child labor, but you want to pay top dollar for this crap? And it's so cringe to see the comments of these middle-aged women make excuses for their overconsumption in the comments, talking about their TDS and how
it's just so hard, with this time we're living in right now.
When Mr. Navarro Nabunko carries his Labubu around, he clips it to his belt loop, he has found that it often serves as a fun conversation starter with strangers. The association with the Labubus is only comfort, and it opens the door to a harmless, politics-free chat, he said. It's escapism. People are patiently waiting and are willing to pay 20-something bucks despite whatever is going on in the world right now, he said. That says something. Yeah, it says that most people like you are mindless consumers.
Main reason why I wanted to make this video is because of that comment when the guy said it's because things are so bad and I don't want to make it political. It's like you made it political by saying things are bad. Obviously you're upset with the administration that's in office when over half the country is pretty excited right now, so you made it political by saying that, bitch.
It's so insane looking, it literally looks like a gremlin on LSD. I think it's so playful in a time that feels so serious. Either you get it or you don't.
Times like what, you twat? Like the golden age? Like when Americans are going to get the American dream back? And here you are, overconsumption queen, collecting toys, microplastics, that are going to end up in a landfill somewhere. Meanwhile, simultaneously crying about tariffs, you are actually a walking contradiction. Like I said from the beginning, I would hate capitalism too if I, had a gambling problem and if I was buying crap from China too. If I owned anything from Stanley Cup or Lululemon, I would probably be hurting in the wallet. Sometimes you just have to manage your money better, or just learn, where stuff is being manufactured. Be a smarter consumer, because like brands like Lululemon and like Stanley Cup and Labubu, they're banking on these like fat, frumpy, dumb Americans to be dumb enough to believe that their product is luxury. But it's all crap. Let's say it together. All manufacturing from China is crap. Slave labor, child labor, no good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be a total hater. I'm not trying to be a total killjoy. You can collect what you want. I'm just being stupid because I know it's a hot topic right now. And I actually have my own little overconsumption collection that makes me feel guilty every once in a while. I might make a whole video showing you my collection one day, maybe. I don't know. At least mine is made in America, though. You have to be smart. Be a smart consumer. Anywho's, I'm just playing with you guys. Let me know if you guys like to collect anything or if you guys like blind boxes. Let me know in the comments below. But if you like this one, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.
Ladies and gentlemen.